Northstar here with another episode of my Hearts Iron 4 Gotterdammerung Let's Play. Now, did a bit of off-camera micro, started recording this, messed up in the peace conference because it's really easy to accidentally give something to some other nation you don't want to if there's multiple tags and you're puppeting over in Finland. Estonia and Finland both have tags, and I messed that up, so I am here redoing things. I do apologize if I forget to mention something. I will say one thing is I switched a lot of the divisions here over from this guy to this because he's actually the one who already has urban combat, and divisions should actually at least do more damage under him. Looks like I forgot these divisions here. They are going to be attacking, and these could actually go under him or something. I don't know. There. Just to try and reduce the odds of something coming in behind. And they're just pulling on supplies here anyways. Not doing much good. So I decided to run radio propaganda real quick. It'll make these battles a little easier. Attack defense bonus on core territories provided by higher war support, as well as command power income, or stability hit from being at war. It's all good. War stability also means more political power, fewer consumer goods, so faster industrial snowball. There's a lot of advantages to this. I didn't get any suggestions. Maybe I don't have enough viewers, so I sent the Soviets an invitation to create a faction. I just call it the Berlin-Moscow Alliance. Well, you could have come up with a name. Might not last long, but you know, I'd love to see y'all engaged. Send them through here. That will have them, I think, make some progress in the move, and then soon as they're able, they'll actually just join in the combat. I'm going to destroy these divisions but not move in until I'm ready. I'm starting on the siege of Sten. I'd also like to take Breslau. Taking these victory points will make the peace conference a little easier because I'll be considered to control the states. Move some divisions off there. Let's go. So, yep. Assigned air supply there. I won't read the text for that. It's just generic. We're an alliance. We can never be defeated together. I hope you folks forgive me. I did it last time. It's just not a good use of my time, especially if I make some really dumb mistake again in the peace conference, which I really hope not. We're in all these pushes because I'm annoyed. I hate there's no undo button on peace conference if you accidentally give something to the wrong country. You know, you might want that. So push towards Breslau. Liegnitz. It's all being done. This is a nice little martial theme. Yep. And there is some progress there. If they can take that state. And then swing there and attack this division. I don't want to take the victory point because that'll get the Soviets' occupation of the state, but anything I take short of that will give me occupation war score, so I like that. Well, lots of peace score because the Soviets have a surprisingly 16 and point something % already of it. I'm competing with them for how things get divvied up here. That actually made supply worse, probably because it divvied up. Do not have enough trucks. Oh well. Okay, that's all taken. Did I not send these divisions in this time? Shoot, I probably didn't order these. Oh well. Things happen. Mistakes get made. I did decide the 14th Infantry here will be the one I'll allow to take the city when I take it. But not doing that right now, so just watching all of this. Oh yeah, this costs army XP, so it's not nearly as useful as it could be, should be. I'm going to disable this because you should put the lost wall in the Soviet territory. Makes not a ton of sense. Unless you're like anticipating you're going to get pushed back from the West and the Soviets become a government exile. Maybe after a D-Day type scenario. That's going to cause issues. I hate when it redraws lines over the place like that. Too close there anyways. Oop. Yeah, just get rid of that warning. They capitulate them or anything? Good. Ballisten proceeds. These divisions are on their way to Brest. Wow. Just want probably to maybe reduce some of the battle lines. So there. And heck. I don't mind attacking them. Want to wait on Brezovsek if I can take Sten as well. That would be great. Giving this guy urban assault experience, although he is not amazingly suited for it. At least he rolled breakthrough there. But taking Sten would be good. I'm just gonna have to redraw all the battle lines soon. If Manstein rolls tactical encirclement, the tanks might get drawn in there. Might. These guys, however, I'll have to take them on. surprised. And they immediately got ambushed. Try again. Got the time. This is going to go on for a little while. Shen is not an easy nut to crack. At this point, I can reassign at least some of these guys back to Klug. It's a little better logistician, I don't care. Oop. Enough of that. Does I don't care that much. Just a minor optimization. Maybe they'll move a little closer. Some as well. To Breza. 3 to hold and 1 to march here. Take these hills. I can probably take up on even. Little occupation score didn't hurt anyone. As long as I don't capitulate these guys by accident. Taking this might capitulate the Nazis, so I'll go there as well. Or, you know, just hold on. Hold in place. I can roll no weakness later. Who the heck is attacking Leibniz? A Cav division? I'm gonna need these guys. Go in there. Need divisions here. That's for the organizer experience. I'm drawing the lines, otherwise it doesn't matter. Cool. Level 10? Pretty sure there were no level 10 forts anywhere around here. What is the game smoking? Something weird. So, it's a max level fort, and the game doesn't understand the difference between max level and level 10. That's almost certainly what it is. Nope. That metal was created from before. They redid the forts to reduce the max level of stuff. So, it's a bug. If y'all want to go report it on the Paradox forums, maybe you'll get lucky and they'll actually do something about it. Maybe. Division is trying to go here. I thought I told them all to stop. I guess I missed one. That will probably fall tomorrow. Ballast will be over. These guys will pretty much instantly move in after it's taken. Alright. Start moving units here. These guys can start attacking. It's gonna be a tough nut to crack. They won't even get there in time. That's actually useless. They should go there just in case. That's, yeah. I've timed this right. Yep, Stan just is now mine. Or they can get to Gleewitz. That's way more important. And they'll never get there in time. Nor will they. Something like this is well enough. Didn't quite make that. But Sten, so some useful stuff. You can see score, events or focuses, influence, and it didn't matter either way, but some more score. This music's gonna drive me nuts, and I really do need to focus on this. I'm gonna take the headphones off for a bit. I will maybe chime in to talk about a few things I'm doing. I will say this, I'm going to try and spend as much war score as I can, at least in the first couple turns, to lock some things in. So if the Soviets oppose it, it's been contested longer. I'm going to be trying to create a bunch of puppets from East German territories and puppet most of Finland. There's going to be a couple rump states I leave. Let's see. Here and there, most likely. I might change that because Estonia has advisors and spirits that will turn fascist. Whereas the new puppet I'll create, which will technically have a slightly different tag, though the original country Estonia won't have those. I don't need a puppet that's trying to go fascist, so I'm trying to turn communist. The Volkskommisarriat. So establish the Volkskommisariat's focus will allow me to take communist puppets that are adjacent to me in terms of the Volkskommisariats, which I can eventually integrate. To do it up here in Finland, I may need to annex a state first, so they're technically adjacent, and I'll probably want to do that with invading these rump states eventually anyhow, so annex them before later returning them to one of my puppets, and that'll allow me to turn this all into Volkskommisariats. We'll see. I could just be needlessly destroying build slots with that, since half will disappear when I annex, half again when I return it to the puppets. But the ability to core stuff that's adjacent to me is just that good. Anyways, let me get to work on this. I will say I had to practice a few times, and I still messed up because it's so easy to make mistakes, especially with my long COVID. It's something like a peace conference, and there's no way to undo a mistake. Yep. You guys can see it always plays out different, but the Soviets are insisting on trolling me over Saxony here. They really want me to take direct control. I really want to puppet it, so they're wasting a bunch of my war score on that. And finally, done. I could have left what it would think is a Nazi rump state, but not actually, because with this peace conference, it'll automatically annex anything that's left over German Reich, which is good. I don't want Nazi rump state. It's important with Saxony, and the Soviets have stopped opposing me on stuff here. They have taken Aland, which I decided I'd fine with them because this will lock the Swedes out of trying to buy Aland. Instead, they'll try and invade it via one of the monarchist tree focuses. They're on the monarchist tree. I've already noticed that. That'll put him at war and make it easy for me to get in a defensive war with Sweden if I guarantee the Soviets. I'll be doing a lot of espionage stuff, keeping an eye on what Sweden and many other countries are doing. And period of peace, I will eventually need to invade this rump state, which will go fascist, and I'll probably do this one because a lot of Finland's industrial focuses require this state. But I'll give this me some of them the chance at real independence for a little while. They'll get to experience it before I roll in with tanks. That'll allow more industrialization of the state. I really hate things like that are necessary. I wish I just had, decisions. I could spend factories and political power to add build slots. If I'm going really tall, like I am, I'll eventually run out of build slots. So, it's also another state in Europe that maybe via decision I can flip communist, but then the Soviets might guarantee it, and I want to take this and then give it to Finland, German Finland, but not before I I think that will make it considered adjacent. So that might allow me to turn them into a Volkskommisarriat. That's the hope. If I annex the state, occupy it for a bit. Heck, I could annex it and try and eventually do a collaboration government if I really wanted. But I think it would be based on this PME. I'm not sure. Though it might not be a lot of that if I already have a puppet of theirs. I've got the stuff I wanted. The Soviets have stopped messing with me. I have a number of things I need to do, like grabbing the Nazi fleet. Well, I'm not sure if it might give me that, but I'll grab the Estonian fleet and resource rights and some of these puppets. Particularly Saxon and Thuringen. These are areas that are very resource rich. Or Silesia, I have enough for that. Pomerania, if I directly controlled, half will go to the export market. Parnu, I could do this. I think it might mess up some of the Finnish focuses, though, and they'll have enough steel that I should be able to just buy for just one factory. This area is really underdeveloped, and they need the factories they can get. Let's see, I've gotten all those resource rights. War reparations would be good. It's cheaper on nations that were here than it is over here. Because this is one of my own cores, annoyingly. It messes stuff up. This also contribute a little more to world tension, which will keep my war support higher. less risk of things like when I'm in offensive war. If I'm below 50% war support, I can get negative events, although they're not all negative. There's ways you can react that are, you know what? Well, that canceled everything. I do need the resource rights, but I can definitely grab war reparations from Finland. And Estonia. Alright. Which, I mean, Estonia annexed all this. This is really kind of war reparations on Estonia, so I might consider, but maybe making excuses for it. Let's see. Resource rights. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to afford that, and still probably want to make sure I get the fleet in case I'm wrong. I wouldn't want ships to disappear. These are older capital ships. They don't have that many screens, though. You know, maybe not. Let's see. Thing at a time. Definitely want the resource rights. I definitely want the war reparations and resource rights. Through all this. Lock that in. And I still have 214 score. Seven civilian factories versus some dockyards. On one hand, not dockyards versus some ships. On the one hand, the ships might disappear. On the other hand, there's no way that Saxony can use these civ. They'll just end up wasting them most likely. And this will help my industrial snowball, which will eventually let me get more dockyards. I don't know. I could be wrong here. I should grab more reparations where they're most cost effective if I'm going to do this for sure. There. And hope to God these ships don't disappear. I'll look for the Schlesien Admiral Scheer and the Schleswig-Holstein. But the Admiral Scheer would be the most recognizable name, I guess. After all this, I really would like not to have stuff disappear. I couldn't afford more resource rights anywhere but here, even if I wanted. Maybe best if they have some steel anyways for their domestic production. Mess up stuff state needs to produce more, a certain amount of... Oh, wait, I must miss this. Yeah, I'll grab the resource rights up here, and there's a sieve. Definitely want that. All right, and good. Oh, it does automatically in what was the capital. So I've got a bunch of puppets, which will definitely, at least these ones, being adjacent to my core territory, be turned into Volkskommisarriats, eventually re-annexed, record. I don't think I lose cores anyways, but I'll definitely, this is a temporary arrangement. I know some of you hate looking at that. But, you know, my government would be weak after a civil war like that, and so temporary independence for some regions, semi-autonomy, I should say. The rump states here have to have them because the game mechanics won't be able to have sustainably socialist communist puppets. But one that is lappy here, and indeed might cause problems with invading it. On top of invading these, causing the United States to attack me, maybe. They are doing limited intervention. As for my Navy, that's the ships they had. Bloody A, I do think the Nazi ships disappeared because they weren't claimed. Let's see. Hipper, Deutschland, Prinzedin, and Gene and Salitz. I produced those. Let's see. It could be. This, I don't think I produced. This might be a Nazi sub. I may have gotten that. Yeah. The Nazi fleet disappeared. I went for war operations and on some of my puppets, and the Nazi fleet disappeared as a result. That stinks. It would have taken my manpower to fill them, and those were older designs, most of them. I only have so much manpower, and I'm going to be not focusing that heavily on the Navy. That's why I wasn't too bothered with messing with the Kriegsmarine Revolt. But for any of you watching, yeah, I guess now with the German Civil War, and probably always, if you end up with a peace conference and don't claim, the ships disappear into thin air. I guess they were scuttled. Maybe I should have claimed those instead of the war reparations and puppets all re-annex, but I don't trust the AI, especially like this one, which has no available build slots, and will fill its infrastructure via focus. What are they going to do that's useful with their factories? That was kind of the key one that probably cost me. I think I might have gone war operations here, but that cost me was the fleet. The Silesian ones might have been a mistake. Now, you get some unique leaders from some of this, like this guy, First von Pleiss, Graf von Hochberg, Freiherr zu Feuerstein. Where's he's just vengeful industrialist, which will create a bit of fascist drift, annoyingly, make it harder to turn. Pomerania, I guess it decided to call it. Duchy of Pomerania, Gdansk. Yeah, they're gonna be tougher to turn communist. Soldier King here in Prussia. Mecklenburg just has that guy. This guy, he's an actual figure. He just doesn't have any traits. Same with this one. So, some of them interesting. Let's see. This guy's the leader, but I did tag over once after one of my practice ones to see, and he still has the trust mechanics that are based on the traits of this guy, irritatingly. So turning them communist will just guarantee that very low trust. They do switch to Mannerheim, who just gains trust by being at war if I'm at war with a major and I bring him into the war while they're still non-aligned, so maybe that, but then they lose trust when they're peace. So maybe if the US attacks me and I need them to go war economy, well, they may do that peace communist. But if I need them to go to higher conscription laws, whatever manpower they have. Just got a bit of manpower, though I can't see it. We get more no traits here, but they have stuff like the Vaspid Youth and 2 different advisors to push fascist support. This guy with that big beard I was talking about, it's kind of irritating in a way. Here, the Finnish military junta. Shows this, but there's actual traits here. That's useless since AI is never going to use any of that. Maybe affects AI decision making, and a quartermaster general. Maybe there'll be an airbase built AI might do that on occasion. This gets the generic tree, but this gets the Estonian tree, which based on what's left, they should eventually still be able to do arm the nation, complete the armament, produce a bunch of factories. When I annex them and give the land to Finland, that will be useful. Snize any of the Finland bases, Bank of Alan, unfortunately, but oh yeah, and this will take a sec just for the core to kick in. Estonian SSR does have cores. They got a silent workhorse leader. Cool. So peace conference is done. The war is done. I guess I didn't need radio propaganda for no. World tensions at 58%. I should get an event healing the Nazis or whatever. That'll drop my war support 10. I'll be at 48. Yeah, I'll get a demobilization event for too long. Which we either have to go to war or suffer strikes or roll back to partial mobilization from war economy, which I don't want to do because I'll also have to go back eventually. So once world tension it's 50%, I could do that. Of course, let's see. As long as I have von Mackensen, once world tension is at 50%, I'll actually be able to keep war economy up anyways. So hopefully something happens to raise world tension, but we can also avoid demobilizing via this, then this, to gain 5% base war support before too long. It's actually quite easy to get that. 14-day focus, 35, 35, so it's only 84 days. Combined with 22 here, 6. I should only have 120 days in demobilization, so I'll have to make this my next focus and start the proletarian revolution. Because I have so little political power, another German civil war is almost inevitable. But I think these will side against me in a civil war, the puppets, and I'll be able to quickly turn them communist in the peace conference, which will be nice. I save here because there is a lot to do now with rebuilding after the war. Not so much the actual building, which I'm happily building all this stuff. This costs 6,000. This costs, yeah. You have to watch the bill queue, but more with reorganizing my military. The Landstrom will disappear very shortly. And then there's going to be turning stuff communist. Let's get some music for y'all. I'm going to turn it down a little. I know peace can be boring. I'll get an espionage agency before long. The only reason I didn't do it earlier is I can do it via focus. I'll need this anyways for the intelligence wing. But this and then this. Of course, that requires I take the Stasi. But it does give me an operative slot in exchange for the stability. It also gives me some daily communism support. But, oh no, I already had that. So it's basically operative slot for stability. It's not great, but I'll need it to quickly push a lot of states' communist neighbors. So just have to deal with that. I don't like the idea of the Stasi. And it's possible to win without that focus. Just going this, but operatives are far too limited in this game, so that will actually be a pain. First thing is to cancel the air missions. Oh, these were an interception. I forgot to turn air superiority when I was making that push. I mean, maybe I detected bombers, but that was probably a mistake. Oh well. These have been using an older design. It's still got reasonable mileage in German civil war. I forgot about that. That's part of why my bombers were getting shot down so easily, but until they got to be seasoned and gain all these bonuses, it allowed me to get a little mileage out of these older designs, which probably by the next major war I'll need to swap into the basic attack I'm making now. They didn't even do a day of this, I don't think. So I'm fine canceling that. Problem with my dockyards. I guess I puppet areas that had some of them. But also, let's see. There's a lot of stuff that it's clearly mean to add more designs to the queue, or forgot to put something on repeat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only count 10. That will be ad infinitum. Should probably do the basic cruisers while I've got the steel. So we'll just keep those going. Basic heavy cruisers. Yeah. So I'm rebuilding my fleet. Kind of, not quite from scratch, but from a very meager starting point. Storm there? Really? I'll leave them be for now, but pull them to port later. I get one sub. The rest of the everything disappeared. This is a mine laying sub. Call subs. Because I'll probably build some more mining subs eventually. When time is right, I'll pull these guys back into port, and then, yeah, Pomerania has some dockyards I can use in repair. They shouldn't have any naval techs yet, so I guess this is the right place for naval exercises. Because they'll probably pull into this naval base, or this, a lot. What are they marching there for? I don't know. March somewhere at least to use the rails. This is an independent state, and these divisions will have issues very soon from being there. I'd like them to get to Helsinki or Turku, and then they're probably back to my... Okay, yeah, it doesn't like that. Rearrangement of stuff, it's a pain, I know. Some of you are probably irritated with me for bothering. I was using them. Probably should have had this under attack group. I made mistakes. I was just impatient to get this done after what happened last time, having to redo things. I'll be able to... I did move some of these divisions to approximately some of the defensive lines against the Dutch if they attack me, and the French if they end up factioning with the Dutch. The West Wall, well, I definitely shouldn't have built the precursors when I did. I should have waited and just built factories. I mean, I really shouldn't have built as many forts as I did, period. It's kind of a waste, all this. All this won't be for a long time, hopefully. And by the time it's built, maybe it'll be actually close to being needed. Hungary's not going to retain control with the rubber for long. They're at war with Romania as soon as Budapest falls. So I'll avoid interruptions. My supplies. Well, this can all end. You know what? I'm gonna drive you guys crazy with all the micro I'm gonna do. So I'm not gonna. I'll do it off camera. It's gonna involve moving things around. I might let a day or two pass off camera while I'm moving units. First thing is gonna be pulling units to the Dutch and French and Belgian borders, because the Dutch are going uni through democracy. Once they found the EU, Benelux, the EU, they'll attack me. And the British. It'll be suicidal, but I should be prepared for that. The Austrians, I think, can also eventually attack me. The Hungarians could have, but they chose the path of doom. It really depends what they do. If they go anti-fascist, then not a problem. German threat, however, actually they can reach that either way. So they may attack me someday, which I guess will obviate my need to attack them. Just wait till I'm attacked, and the Americans can't be upset at me then. If I create too much world tension, they'll target me. So I'll figure things out, some of it off camera. I wish you all the best. I gotta cut the video here anyways, because that'll make the upload more reasonable. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And until next time, this is Northstar signing off. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home.